Right, so I thought I'd do another update on where I am with the fish build at the moment. So this is going to be my salt mixing area. So I've managed to get the slab down, which is insulated, the roof on, roof is tiled, 2,000 litre bins. The back wall is actually insulated on the other side. This wall will be insulated and that wall is already insulated on the other side. So I've just got to move the bins over because there's not a gap in the middle at the moment, and the pump will go between them, pump it up, and then somehow I've got to work out how to put some doors on the front. So ideally I want sliding doors because I haven't got a lot of room. So I've chucked down some patio slabs on this bit of what was just a concrete slab, and if you go through the mini door into what is the sump room, so this will house the sump. So you can see I've got 2 block and tackles hanging there, so this is part of the plan to bring the tank in. So the tank is obviously heavy because it's a big tank, but the trouble is I can't get people on the end of the tank when I want to put it on the stand because it's too close to the wall. So the idea is I'm going to use these beam trolleys, which I don't know if anyone's seen, but anyone who works in a workshop. So that will slide along on an RSJ beam, and then where my finger is where the block and tackle will go. So the idea is to lift the tank with the block and tackle and then slide that beam along 2 RSJs, which will obviously move the tank over and onto the stand. So we come upstairs from the sump room. You can see I've put the first waterproof coating on the timber floor. It is marine ply, but I'm going to coat it anyway, and that's just the first coat, and it will eventually get, you can just see it under the tank stand. So I've put the first coat of this, I think it's polyurethane paint, which I'll put on the wood as well at some point. So as far as the cladding on the walls go, it's probably 90% there. So it looks pretty good actually for what it is. So it's waterproof tongue and groove, 250mm, I think they're by 2.4 meters sections, and they just slide into each other basically. And then I pinned the tongue onto the ply behind. So the only end I've got left is this end, and I will probably leave that until the tank's in, because all of that section there I've still got to cut out so I can get the tank in. The stand's got to be pushed back, so the stand will go back to that wall and further along to that wall, which is what I was saying earlier about you can't get anyone on this end of the tank to help put the tank across. So the idea is to use the RSJs and the trolley beams to move it over. Also I've got a start of the plumbing. Oh, where are we? There we go. So this is for the waste. So there's going to be a sink there, utility sink, stainless steel sink, cleaning out whatever, and then this pipe will probably run all the way along this wall, so that I can just have, if I want to pump out the tanks, I can just put the hose down the pipe. It's 50mm pipe, so it's pretty big. The idea is I've got obviously sort all these electrics out. I think the RO is going to go in that corner, so the waste for the RO can go straight down that drain. So yeah, that's about it at the moment really. I am waiting for the electrics to all come in because that's the one job I'm not doing, and I've got to finish all of these little fillet bits because they're very detracting. So I've got whites, I've actually got this it's like a kind of white sticky tape that will cover hopefully all of these gaps. I've got some white mastic as well, and I've got some white angle trim, which is I think this stuff here. Yeah, so I'll put that down on this edge, just along that floor, with lots of black mastic. So I actually did 5 tubes of mastic on this one side of the garage wall, because I just want to make sure it's completely sealed along that edge. So I just pumped as much as I'd needed and then set the 90mm angle on top. I mean, to be honest, that side doesn't really have to look pretty because the tank's going to be pushed up against there and you're not going to see it. So I'm just going to have a couple of coats of paint down there, and then I can move the stand over. That stand's only going to be probably 100mm off of this back wall, just enough to get some MP60s down there, and maybe a light mechanism for the lights. I haven't decided yet, but I'd kind of like to have a lifting mechanism. I can lift that up and down somehow. So anyway, so that's where we are so far. So I will update probably, I don't know, in another month or so. So thanks for watching.